Hello and welcome to Relationship Soup. I'm your host, Lisa Hughes. Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. How y'all doing today? How was your weekend, y'all? Did y'all have a good weekend? Are people still popping firecrackers in your neighborhood? Because they was doing it all week, beginning of the week, all that, right? So anyway, I hope you all are doing fantastic. I hope your week is off to a great start. I hope your year is still wonderful, right? So anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for joining me. Y'all know that I do not take it for granted, whether you watching me live on YouTube, on Facebook, or watching the replay. I see you, I love you, and I appreciate you. So anyway, this show will be like every other show. Make sure that you're putting your comments. Let me know you're here, and I will bring them on. And if you have questions for our guest tonight, please let me know. And we just gonna go ahead and do the show like we normally do. So for my people that always listen, you already know what I'm about to do. Y'all should be liking, subscribing across all platforms. On YouTube, it's Relationship Soup, period. You got to put the period or you're going to be somewhere else. Like, really true story. Like, somebody hit my DM and was just like, man, I was looking for you on YouTube and couldn't find you. I was like, did you put the period? They were like, no, you got to put the period. You're going to be somewhere else. So anyway, if you want to join the group, it's Relationship Soup Group on Facebook. If you want to follow me, it's Relationship Soup LLC, right? And of course, you already know, I feel like I'm dropping bars. Hello, me. This is my 100-page positive affirmation picture book for children with an activity journal. You already know, y'all should have this in your library, even if you don't have a child, okay? Because speaking positive about self is absolutely everything. The best relationship is with self. So you can get this on Amazon, Apple, Kindle. It's everywhere. So anyway, hello me. And it's even at the Children's Museum right here in Indianapolis, Indiana. So bless a baby or even yourself with the gift of positive words and affirmation, positive outlook of self. All right, y'all. So let me go ahead and get into this episode, y'all. I am telling you, I've been looking forward to this episode. It's going to be a chef's kiss, right? So anyway, tonight's episode, I have a very special guest. This is the 108th episode, and this one is entitled Frankie Sly on Legacy and Recognition, Relationships in Focus. And so we're joined by someone whose career is off the chain, okay, and has touched generations through reggae, dance, and dance hall, okay? So many people know Frankie is this very talented artist and songwriter. Others of you may know him because of recent conversations surrounding songwriting recognition and creators' rights. But tonight isn't simply about headlines, y'all. It's about relationships. It's about relationship between artist and his gift, okay? The relationship between collaborators, the relationship between creativity and recognition, the relationship between legacy and truth, and ultimately the relationship we all have definitely with our own voice. Okay, so we're going to be hitting all of those areas tonight. And our goal tonight is not to talk about who's right or wrong. Our goal, as with every show, is to tell our stories, understand our experiences that shape our journeys, and hopefully we can all learn something and walk away with something, right? So anyway, let's put the headlines aside for a moment and let's really get to know this man behind the music. So please help me welcome Frankie Sly to the stage. Hi, Frankie. How are you?
Doing great, doing great, doing great.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. All right. So let me go ahead and get into this. One relationship that's really important is the relationship with self. So who is Frankie Sly today?
Frankie Sly is a veteran dancehall artist from Kingston, Jamaica. And been doing the music for quite some time, early 90s. And now we are in 2026, so we could all do math.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so how would you say that your relationship with self has evolved since you first entered the music industry?
My relationship with myself,
Yes.
my relationship with myself has been how would I describe it? Very adventurous.
I love
You
that.
know what I mean? There's been the highs, there's been the lows. You know what I mean? There's been the mid range. You know what I mean? But
Absolutely.
at the end of the day, it's all about consistency. So I try to be consistent as much as possible. That's why I'm still around after more than 30 years. Put it like that.
Definitely. That consistency is everything. So, like after all of these years, what would you say keeps you inspired? Right? You have the consistency, but what keeps you really inspired?
The love of the music. Music is my number one love.
I
That's
love
my
it.
number one relationship.
Yes.
Music. The love for the music. That's what keeps me inspired. Sometimes, even when the business is not inspiring, the music, you're gonna find something in the music to inspire you. You know what I mean? So I think it's the love of the music that inspires me the most.
I love that. I love that. Okay, so tell us about your latest single. What inspired it, and why was now the right time to release it?
My latest single is called Dirty Heart.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty in my language as a Jamaican, it's the same as dirty,
Mm-hmm.
as you would know. And it's called Dirty Heart. Now, Dirty Heart is the inspiration of a situation I went through with a fellow artist
Mm-hmm.
who we started out together from early 90s. We collaborated on songwritings and a lot of time the more established artists they basically want all.
Mm-hmm.
So in the early days we was doing it for the love and thinking we are friends so everything would be okay and some people just didn't do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you listen to the song Dirty Heart, you could pick the sense out of the nonsense and know exactly what it's talking. It's directed at a particular individual who did me wrong musically.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Um, so let me ask you this. Um, who was the first person that believed in your gift?
The first person who believed in my gift, wow, that's a wonderful question.
Thank you.
The first person who believed in my gift, it's been so long, it's been so many people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I could say a couple of people, but
Okay.
like it's hard to single out one individual.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I can.
But producer wise, a lot of time you gotta bring it back to the producers. The first set of producers that gave you a chance. 'Cause at the end of the day, the era that I came from,
Mm-hmm.
it was all about recording for the first recording for good producers.
Mm-hmm.
So one of I'm gonna call two names. One of two producers who believed in me early out was a producer by the name of John John.
Mm-hmm.
Um, John John is the son of the legendary King Jammys in Jamaica, which is one of the legendary producers in Jamaica. His oldest son, John John, was one of the first producer who believed and gave me an opportunity. And
Mm-hmm.
the other one was Winston Weepaw Powell. That's the owner for Stone Love Sound.
Okay.
Yeah, he had his label is called Stone Love, just like the sound, and he gave me an early opportunity too. But for all of that to happen, I had to be recommended
Mm-hmm.
by
Mm-hmm.
a good friend of mine who is more like a brother. I would even say friend, because we have passed the stage of friendship. And that's the legendary dancehall artist, Wayne Wonder.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, so Wayne was the one who took me under his wings from early out and carried me on some of his sessions, introduced me to John John, introduced me to Weepow, and that's how I got my ball game started.
Okay. I love that. I love that. Okay, so here on relationship soup, we believe great things happen because of relationships. Songs begin with
Definitely.
relationships, just like you even just stated, right? Bands begin with
Yep.
relationships, movements begin with relationships. What makes
Yep.
a great creative partnership? Because you've definitely partnered with people. What makes a great creative partnership?
It's all about the chemistry.
Hmm.
Chemistry got to be right.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So a lot of times, for example, you meet another artist and you love to do a song with that artist for whatever reason. Either you want that artist to help take you to his audience, or you just like the music that they does and you want to do something with them. If the chemistry is not right, it's not gonna work.
Hmm.
So it's
Hmm.
all about chemistry. Relationships gel together because of chemistry. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what kind of relationship. So the chemistry got to be right.
Absolutely. That makes sense. So chemistry definitely is a main ingredient. Let me,
Definitely, it is the main ingredient.
you said the main. Okay.
The
That's
main ingredient.
that's fair. So let me ask you this. So what does trust mean when you're creating music with someone? What does trust mean to you?
Trust is everything. I got to remember,
Mm-hmm.
trust can be the greatest betrayal. Like I've been through. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So trust is everything. As I
Absolutely.
say, I'm gonna repeat it again. Trust can be the greatest betrayal.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, do you feel like great music can exist without mutual respect?
That's a good question. In some instances, it does, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? Because at the end of the day, music is music,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't matter. Music alone shall live. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it can, because I've seen it. I've seen it. So I would say yes, it can,
Okay. Okay.
regardless how unfortunate that can be, but yes, it can.
That makes sense. So recently you've spoken publicly about something that many creators experience, wanting proper recognition for their work. Okay. So what
Hmm.
inspired you to finally speak openly? Like what was that finally encouraged you to speak openly about
After
this?
what after all the years I've had in the business and all my experience, I would like young upcoming artists to understand at the end of the day it's a business. And that's why it's called a music. Regardless if you love music, it's called a music business.
Hmm.
So I would love the next generation not to make the mistakes I made 30 years ago.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So I think it's the right thing to do.
Okay, that makes sense. So for our listeners unfamiliar with with the story, can you explain your perspective regarding your contribution to Murderer?
The song Murderer um was written by myself, Wayne Wonder, and Buju Banton in 1993 in Japan. We was in Japan and we got a phone call about a friend of us that died in Jamaica. Was murdered actually.
Hmm. Hmm.
And we got together that night. It was a sleepless night 'cause it was a friend of all of us. I
Hmm.
remember we kept a dance and we have a lot of artist friends. And that's the only friend that showed up to our dance. We all three of us kept that dance. Me, Wayne, and Buju. In
Hmm.
1992, we kept a big dance in Eastern Kingston, one of the biggest dances ever kept in East Kingston, Jamaica. And
Hmm.
we invited a lot of friends, and that's the only friend that showed up as an artist, as a fellow artist. The dance was spoiled, blocked from corner to corner, but only one artist showed up other than we three, and that was his name is Paned. God rest his soul. Give me the African princess. I make me love her up excess. Yeah. You know what I mean? So when we got a call that night, it touched all of us, and we congregated in the hotel lobby we was in, and we just started putting it together, and the rest is history. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, do you believe this conversation is more than about one song?
Definitely, it's definitely is because we wrote several songs together. But a lot of time, if the song doesn't hit mainstream, or you know what I mean, a lot of time you could ignore it. You know what I mean? Yeah, but whenever it hits mainstream, it generates dividends, and everybody would love their dividends. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, that's what it's about. As I say, it's called the music business.
Definitely. So, as I stated earlier, you've become an advocate for creators' rights. So, what changes would you like to see in the music industry to better protect artists, writers, and producers?
Changes. For people to be fair. People to be fair. I mean, everybody has to protect their own business, don't get me right. But a lot of times, like from where I am coming from Jamaica, there are established producers and there are young artists who is just trying to get that break. So because they are trying to get that break, they can't be vocal. Because if they be vocal, their music is gonna get shelved. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So because of that reason, a lot of time they have to bite their lips and you know what I mean, tiptoe around the situation where if these producers was doing the right thing, they would have said, okay, you know what? A lot of time the producers own the beat. So they are already 50% in. But they want the writers other 50%, which is it's so unfair. So that is why, as I say, the best thing is to do a split sheet even before you record. But the reality of it, where I'm from, it's hard to be like that, especially a young artist with no name, just trying to get a break. A lot of time starving, literally. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Starving. And a
Yes.
producer, the way a dancehall is run, a producer may have a hot rhythm who we already have giants on. And here is this young new kid, maybe not even have a taxi fare to go back home. All he wants is an opportunity. So if he sticks out and say, I want to sign a split sheet before, you know what they're going to do? They're going to say, we don't want you on our rhythm. You go. And that's an opportunity missed. So a lot of times, as I say, even though the right way is to sign a split sheet before, a lot of time a young kid can't stick out on that. You just want an opportunity. So a lot of times that's how they get burned. Because I've seen artists sit there with talent and just never got the opportunity. I've seen artists with talent record, and because they utter something about their rights, their music was shelved and it never came out. And if that music came out, you already know what it would have done because a lot of the time you could know a hit song from it's being recorded. You could see the reaction of whoever is in the studio.
Absolutely.
You see, so sometimes a lot of kids have to bite their lip like I did many years ago. You know what I mean? So, it's a ticklish situation. Trust me. It's like sometimes you're caught between a rock and a hard wall.
That makes
And a
sense.
lot and a lot of time it's just getting the opportunity. So a lot of time the kids give up their rights in the early just to get the opportunity, just to stop starving,
Mhm.
literally.
I can understand that. So, like, what advice would you give with what you just talked about and your experience? What advice would you give to young artists about publishing, ownership, and protecting their creative work? Like, what would your
They just have to read up about the business, the music business. They just have to educate themselves.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You just have to educate yourself. You know what I mean? The business of music. You don't even have to go buy a book anymore. It's all on the internet.
That's true. Absolutely
You know what
right.
I mean? So you just have to educate yourself and do what's best for you, whatever that is. Because everybody's situation is different.
That's very true. That's very true. Let's see here. I do have a question from the audience. So
Hmm.
Tonality, thanks so much for joining us, Tonality. What's your preference for music royalties? ASCAP or BMI? I personally am a BMI guy.
Um, I think both of them have its advantages and disadvantages. So whatever works for you.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? They are basically both about the same thing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Two of the giants in the business. So whatever rocks your world, whether it's ASCAP or BMI, you know what I mean?
Okay. All right. So we have Kimberly. Good evening, Kimberly. How are you? Thanks for joining us. All right. All right, cool. So let me go ahead and continue this interview. So this I want to get into the relationship with Buju. Okay. So
Hmm.
before the disagreement became public, right? What did
Hmm.
your relationship with Buju Banton mean to you?
I mean, we we were kids making music, you know what I mean? And we were like brothers. Me, him and Wayne Wonder. We
Mm-hmm.
were like brothers. When I say brothers, I mean literally like brothers. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But sometimes it doesn't always maintain that way. When the money gets involved, a lot of times a lot of things change. Put it
Hmm.
like that.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Whether it's in the industry or even in other types of relationships, that can definitely
In real life, in life in general, it happens.
absolutely it does. Absolutely. Um, so what did you admire about working together?
I mean, hands down, you can't deny the talent. That's one of the most talented artists ever came out of Jamaica.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know what I mean? Doesn't matter if you love his business etiquette or not. When it
Hmm.
comes to talent, you know what I mean? It's like
Absolutely.
second to none.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? You have to. No, it doesn't matter how you feel about an individual. You gotta call a spade a spade.
Very
You
true.
know what I mean?
Very
Yeah. And
true. Very true.
yep.
So, what do you wish people understood about your perspective?
Um. What would I love for people to understand? But my perspective is just to do good music
Hmm.
and be compensated for whatever I do when I do it. Put it like that.
Hmm.
Because I said, at the end of the day, it's a business. And it probably took me a while to get to that, but I'm there now.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep.
So let me ask you this. If the opportunity presented itself, would you welcome reconciliation?
I mean, my heart is pure and clean. You know what I mean? I have no animosity against anyone. Doesn't matter, Bojo, no one. You know
Good.
what I mean? Because at the end of the day, listen, Jesus Christ walked the earth and they crucified him and he still forgave them, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. For
Okay.
they know
So,
they do.
yes, yes. So sometimes you just have to I mean, my heart is clean, as I say. I have no animosity. So that wouldn't depend on me.
Okay, that's fair. All right. So relationship with legacy. Um, how has your faith helped carry you through difficult seasons?
Well, I'm a God-fearing person, so faith always that carry me through. Cause guess what?
Mhm.
I put everything I do, I put God first.
Absolutely.
See what I say?
Yeah.
Everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. If I go eat, I pray. If I go sleep, I pray.
Mhm.
If I'm gonna touch the road, I pray. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
Absolutely.
I did a song years ago where I said a song name, I want to see your face, so me have to keep the faith. I want to see your face, so me have to keep the faith. Must read Zion, me not gonna make no mistake. You are God, one me praise him for length of my days. Length of my days to travel through certain phase. Now there's a verse in it I say, I am not a Christian and I know we are not covenant, but I believe in a Jah Him as the Almighty One. I read my Bible to get inspiration. I read from Genesis back to Revelation, the New
Yeah.
Testament, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. I read the two sections of Corinthians, resurrection and crucifixion, David and Goliath, Daniel and the lion. And things like those give I inspiration. The Lord is my light and my salvation. So I really wanted to point out that part. I say, even though I'm not a Christian and I don't wear no covenant,
Mhm.
I believe in the Almighty One.
Yes.
So I put him in front of everything, put him first and foremost.
Always. 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 All right. So, what do your fans mean to you?
Fans is everything, cause without the fans, nothing happens. The fans is the one who buy the record, who streams the record, you know what I mean? Who shares the videos or the content when you put it out.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So the fans is everything.
Absolutely.
Everything.
So, when people speak your name years from now, what do you hope they remember?
I hope they remember that Frankie Slide was, or Frankie Slide did some great music, put it like that. I was a part of some great music. Whether I was the one who performed it or I was just a co-writer, whether I was credited or not,
Mhm.
they know that I'm affiliated with good music or great music, put it like that. 90s dancehall, can't stall. You know what I mean? I was a part of the best era in dancehall, or the
Abs-
greatest era, as a matter of fact. Not even the best, the greatest.
I know that's right.
90s dancehall.
Oh, hands
I,
down.
I, I, I'm still doing it in 2026.
Absolutely. Okay, so, and we do have some questions. I do want to ask you this. So,
Hmm.
if your life was a bowl of relationship soup, like soup, right? What ingredients
Hmm.
will we find? Like, if your life was like a bowl of soup, relationship soup, what ingredients would we find?
My life is, wow, that's a tricky question. Rephrase that question. Give me it another way. Let me
Okay,
understand the question. Hmm.
so let me ask you this. So, what elements make up your life? Would you say that? Or I can pose another question.
Pose another question.
Okay. So, what has given you the most strength in life?
Music.
Music.
I swear to God, music. Music. 'Cause even when you want to walk away, you can't walk away. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
Yes.
Music, if you're down and out, and that doesn't mean necessarily my music.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I'm a Jamaican, so reggae dancehall that's my genre. And one of my biggest inspiration is early in the morning is to play some Dennis Brown or
Mhm.
some Bob Marley, and it just takes you to a different place.
Mhm.
So music is so inspirational to me. I couldn't see myself living without music, music in general. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? And not just reggae music. If you play Heal the World, for example.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? That's
Absolutely.
such an inspirational record.
Yes, it
You know what I
is.
mean?
Absolutely.
Whitney Houston, you know what I mean?
Classic. Absolutely.
Whitney, you know what I mean? Old school R&B,
Hmm.
you know what I
Oh,
mean? Old
ab-
school R&B. If you're just chilling with your
yes,
significant other, and you
definitely.
play some old school R&B, you know what I mean?
Oh, I do. Just
We've
even the
been meeting here for a very long time. I have to meet you here. They don't make them like that no more.
oh no, they don't. They don't. Right.
You know what I mean?
And I know it's a joke, like when and I've seen it on social media, like you know how the 90s R&B like artists would, bring it in. Like artists ain't bringing it in no more. Like it's just even
Nah,
the
nah.
vibration from me, like even the vibration of even reggae, like you said, even in the 90s, right? Even like Bob Marley to this day, like it doesn't matter what mood I'm in, like even if I'm feeling down, it's just
Yep,
the vibration of that music, like it's just so uplifting, and it's just something
yep, yep,
I can't
yep.
get from the music
No,
today.
and 100 years after we are gone, it's going to still be like that.
Absolutely.
That's why my advice to the young musicians, you have to do good music.
Hmm.
Because music alone shall live. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? Music alone shall live. Bob Marley died from 1981.
Hmm. Hmm.
And and you know what I mean? Dennis Brown, a lot of years now too. And just put on their music. You're gonna be grooving or rocking to it. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Some people,
Michael Jackson, the same thing. You know what I
yes,
mean?
yes, timeless, timeless.
Timeless music, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so we do have a question from our audience, and then I have a couple more that I'm gonna ask you. Then I'm gonna get you out of here. Okay. All right. So
Hmm.
Powered Up, thanks so much for joining us. So Powered Up asked, how do you feel about them labeling the new sound Afro beats when it's really reggaeton? Reggaeton.
Ah, that's a good question.
Very good question.
Listen, reggae have so much children. Afrobeats is one of them.
Hmm. Hmm.
And it's sad where in some instance it's even getting more recognition than reggae in some places than it's in some times. You know what I mean? Reggaeton, the same thing. They're all kids of reggae. Did you know hip hop is also a child of reggae?
Hmm. I can see that. I
It's
can
a
see.
fact. The
Yeah.
first, the first hip hop artist was Cool Hertz. He's a Jamaican.
Okay. Okay.
Do your research.
I'm having.
They're all kids of reggae,
Mhm.
hip hop, reggaeton, Afrobeats. Maybe there'll be more coming soon. But for whatever reason, a lot of them get more recognition than reggae.
Mhm. Mhm.
But it's just life, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So let's see here. So before we wrap up, okay, this is my lightning round. Okay. So I'm just gonna
Hmm.
ask you just some general questions. Okay. So
Hmm.
do you have a favorite Jamaican meal?
A favorite Jamaican meal.
Yes.
It couldn't be a favorite Jamaican meal.
You know.
Probably a couple Probably a couple of favorite Jamaican meals.
Okay. What's the couple? Okay, I'll allow it. What would those be?
Okay, let's give you three.
Okay, three.
Okay, you have to seal the Trinity. You know what I mean?
Trinity.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, you have to seal the Trinity. You can't go one or two. You got to go three.
Okay, we'll allow three.
Okay,
Okay.
steamed fish,
Steamed fish. Okay.
and it could be with steamed fish with okra. It could be with turned cornmeal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know nothing about that, but cornmeal turned with steamed fish or steamed fish with crackers.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
one of them.
Okay.
And another one of my favorite is stew peas.
Okay. Okay.
Stew peas.
Stew peas. Okay. I know
Yeah, and
about
then
rice peas.
and listen. It's in no particular order. That could be
Okay.
my favorite on any day.
Okay.
That's
Gotcha.
why
Okay.
that's why it couldn't be one.
Okay.
And the third, which could be number one, number two, number three, but third is curry goat.
Okay. Okay.
Curry goat on white rice.
I love that. I love it. I love
Yep.
it.
Believe me.
Okay. Look, I'm adding some options, some items to my list. Okay, so
Yep.
let me ask you this: studio or stage?
Studio.
Okay. All right. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Okay. Morning or night?
Morning.
Okay. One artist you'd still love to collaborate with?
Barris Hammond.
Okay. Okay. Favorite city to perform in?
Kingston, Jamaica.
Of course, right? One word your closest friends use to describe you.
Sly.
Oh, I love that. Okay. And let's see here. One word you hope history remembers. One word you hope history remembers.
About me?
Yes.
Uh, militant.
Militant. I love that. I love that. And if listeners hear just one Frankie Sly song after tonight, which would it be? Just one. I know.
Which would it be? Listen, my new single, Dirty Heart.
Let's get it. I love it. I love it.
That's where that. That's where that. Dirty Heart.
Okay.
The reality of it is, a lot of people's hearts are dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very true.
Some people need to clean up their heart, you know.
Facts. True facts.
Drink
True.
drink some coconut water and wash off their heart, you know.
Okay. Look, I know about coconut. Okay. They do need the coconut water. A whole
Yeah.
gallon of it. A gallon at least.
We're not talking about no coconut water where them buying at the shop now. We are talking about real coconut where you have to chip off.
Absolutely. Probably not from the bottle.
Not from the bag.
You need to go get the real coconut and
Yep.
turn it upside down.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. All right. So there's a couple more questions and I'm gonna get you out of here. Okay. So that we have
Mhm.
G Chizo. Thanks so much for joining us. So G Chizo says music has real power. The things you sing and rap about are important. How do you feel about the messages in music? Not saying you have to preach. It's important in the time we are in.
Most definitely. Most definitely. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, music is power.
Yes, it is.
You know what I mean? And especially the generation we are in now, this internet world,
Mhm.
where a lot of kids have the device in their hands,
Mhm.
social media.
Yes.
So it's important. It's important what you put out there, though. It's very important. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying everybody's going to do Christian music, nah. But a lot of the music now, especially my genre, could take some filtering. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah, I don't get me wrong. There's always going to be PG-13, and I'm not knocking it, but a lot of time we could be more suggestive
Mm-hmm.
than as direct as some of these new. They are too direct.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So to me, it's important, but at the end of the day, you can't tell no one what to do, especially a young starving kid who is seeking an opportunity. He cares zero about what you think. He's just trying to get his stuff out there. And with the internet and social media, now it's a it's a free world. There's no gatekeepers. So
Absolutely.
that's just a reality we have to live with, though.
Okay. All right. And then this question, how do you feel about them not playing reggae like they used to back in the day?
Well, some of the children of reggae is outshining us right now. The Afrobeat, the reggaeton. So I think it's about the quality music that we make.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
At one point, I think the standard had fallen a little bit. And I think that's part of it. But once you make good music, it will connect. Most of the time, it will connect.
Mm-hmm.
So we just have to step our game back up. We'll be
Definitely.
all right.
Absolutely. And the last question of the evening is, who was your favorite musician you've worked with? Or do you have one?
Musician or artist, my favorite musician. I've never done a song with him, but I went on tour with him.
Mm-hmm.
Father Barry Salmon.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
been on tour with him, and he taught me a lot. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, and he's a legend and an icon in reggae and dancehall.
All right. All right. So where can my listeners find you? And I'll actually share all of that in this thread. Usually when I go live, I'll go back and put everyone's information in the thread.
Well, on most platforms, it's Frankie Sly Music.
Mm-hmm.
Frank FrankieSlyMusic on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, Frankie Sly Music on Facebook, Frankie Sly Music on Twitter /X,
Yes.
Frankie Sly Music on TikTok. It's Frankie Sly Music right
Gotcha.
across the board.
Gotcha.
As I say, Frankie
Mm-hmm.
FrankieSlyMusic.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Well, that's basically all that I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you for sharing your honesty, your truth, and for trusting us with your story. And I wish you love, light, and just favor beyond measure.
And thank you too for having me. Appreciate you. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. All right.
All right.
All right.
Peace out.
Bye. Awesome. So, look, y'all heard it here, right? Relationships, regardless of whether it's in the music industry, relationships are very important, and it all starts with a relationship, y'all, right? So anyway, whether you agreed with every perspective, I hope that you all came with an open mind, and I really hope that this reminded you that behind every headline is a human being, right? Behind every song is a creator, and behind every accomplishment is a relationship that helped make it possible, right? So that's why relationship soup exists, y'all. Y'all know it's all about relationships, y'all. It's all about relationships, right? So I just want to thank everyone for tuning in and listening tonight. I'm going to get to the housekeeping, y'all. I'm going to get to all that, right? But let me go ahead and share this affirmation because I do not want to get out of here without sharing an affirmation. Y'all know I believe in speaking life and definitely speaking life to y'all comments are hilarious. Speaking life to my listeners. All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and put this on here. Let me see if it's going to let me share it. I know it's a little delay. I think Mercury's in retrograde because have y'all been having technology, like issues with your technology? Like I've been having issues all day. See, as I said it. All right. So anyway, y'all, this is actually in two parts. So basically, the affirmation for tonight is I trust divine order to open every right door for me. My gifts make room for me. My voice is heard. My work is honored. And what is mine by divine right comes to me with grace, integrity, and perfect timing. All right. So I hope that resonates with you all. All right. So let's see here. What else? Let me go ahead and do my housekeeping and get out of here, because y'all know I appreciate every single one of y'all for listening and your questions. You know, let me go on and do this. Let me go ahead and bring your comments on, because look, hey, I ain't gonna be no liar about this. Jay Desiree, thank you so much for joining me, beautiful. You know, I appreciate you. Tonality, thank you for joining tonight. I really appreciate you. Keith, you already know. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for joining. Let's see here. Who else do we have? Bingy Wonder, thanks so much for joining me. Shad, thanks so much for joining us tonight. Shad, we appreciate you. Cousin Jamel, thank you so much for joining me, cuz. I appreciate you, as well as Cousin Melvin. Thank y'all. Kim, you know I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Looking forward to this partnership. Keith, everyone, y'all know I appreciate Powered Up. Thank you so much. I'm just scrolling through these. Gerald A. Spalding Sr., thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you. And of course, Keith, thank you so much. So y'all, let me go ahead and do my housekeeping so I can get out of here. I do be enjoying my time with y'all. Y'all already know. So of course, you already know you should be liking, subscribing across all platforms. On YouTube, it's Relationship Soup, period. You got to put the period or you're going to be somewhere else, right? Like I said at the beginning of the show, I literally had a conversation in the DM like, hey, I couldn't find you on YouTube. You have to put the period, right? If you want to join the forum, it's Relationship Soup Group. If you want to follow me, it's Relationship Soup LLC. And y'all already know, Hello Me is my 100-page affirmation book for children. It's a picture book with an activity journal. Let me share one of these. I'll be teasing it. I'll be trying to tease y'all a little bit with some of the pictures, but I really be wanting y'all to buy it, right? So that's what you're looking at right there, right? You know, look, so get this book. It's available on various platforms, from Amazon to Barnes and Nobles to the Children's Museum of Indianapolis to Kindle, because we have hardback, we have paperback, we have ebook. Get Hello Me, right? Get Hello Me and bless a baby with the gift of a positive outlook of self, because we already know how this world is. We already know how this world is, and it's important to be able to keep that center with self. A positive outlook of self, because this world gonna tear you up, whether you think it is or not. It is going to tear you up, but you should always come back to the relationship with self, that outlook of self, and it should be positive. All right, so let's see, what else am I missing here, y'all? What else? I want to thank all of y'all for listening tonight. I appreciate y'all. Anyone who listens, who contributes to Relationship Soup in any way, who shares these podcasts, I really do appreciate you. And so let's see, is there anything else, y'all? Is there anything else I want to share? Y'all got any final words or any words before I close out? Oh, and happy birthday to all of the summer babies, right? All the July birthdays. Y'all know mine is coming up in a couple of days, y'all. All right. So anyway, happy birthday to y'all. And I'm wishing you all love, light, wonderful health, divine health, all of that. All right, y'all. So anyway, thank y'all so much for listening. And y'all already know it starts with self. Relationship with self is everything. How can you love somebody if you don't love yourself? So love yourself. So until we meet next time, peace.